Double Danger, what up? All right. Let me do a little window shaping here. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright, cool. Welcome everybody. This is going to be Silverball Mania tonight. Pretty simple game from Bally. There's a few different aspects to it, but the main feature is spelling Silverball Mania. So if you look around the playfield, there's just stand-ups scattered everywhere that spell Silverball Mania. So you got S-I-L-V up top above the pop bumpers, and then you got let's see, I'm trying to go in order here, and then it goes E-R-B, so silver, and then starts ball, and then A-L-L, and then Mania are the lanes across the game here. So basically each letter is worth 1,000 bonus, and when you spell Silverball Mania, it gives you your wizard bonus, which is 15,000 bonus points, which will hold ball to ball, so you want to go for that. And if you get it on ball 1, it'll carry throughout the game. Then if you spell Silverball Mania a second time, it lights your super wizard bonus for 30,000. So that's how you max out your bonus. Then you got your bonus multipliers. Just like a lot of these classic Bally's, the way to increase your bonus multipliers is this little horseshoe that's in the middle of the playfield. So each time you run through there, it goes 2x, 3x, 4x, and 5x. So another feature of the horseshoe is it spots you a letter. So you can see the N in Mania is like right in the middle of the playfield. That can be pretty dangerous for center drains. Also the M and the A are on the out lanes. You'll see when we play that you can save the ball from the out lanes, but at the same time, if you're only down to like the out lanes or the N, I'll try and shoot for that horseshoe and just spot me those letters. It'll spot you the letters in order too. So like if you have collected S-I and a bunch of other letters, but you don't have the L of Silverball, what it'll do is when you go through the horseshoe, it'll spot you the next letter you need in the sequence. So other than that, after you spell Silverball Mania, it will also light one of the spinners for 1,000 a spin. Those spinners, only one will be lit. And if you hit the slingshots, it'll switch which spinner's lit. If you hit the ball through the spinner, it will alternate the lights that are lit up top. There's 3 top lanes. Either the outside lights will be lit, which spot you a letter for Silverball Mania if it runs through there, or the center lane will be lit, which spots you a letter and turns on your kicker that's between the flippers. So that's the other feature of the game, is the up kicker. It's this real neat kicker that can go underneath the playfield so that the ball can drain, or when it's lit, it brings the kicker up so that the ball rests on it, and then it fires the ball forward to save your ball. So there's a couple different ways to get the up kicker up. Like I said, go through the top lane if it's lit, the middle one, or every time you hit the horseshoe in the middle of the playfield, that will light the up kicker as well. The only other piece is once you've spelled Silverball Mania enough, I believe it's 3 times. So the first time you get 15,000 bonus, it holds it, and then the second time you get 30,000 in bonus. And I believe the third time you spell it, it lights this Silverball Mania special, which I believe is collected. You have to first light the kickback, and then when the ball lands in the kickback, it will shoot the ball straight forward into the N and then collect your special, which I think I have it set up just for points. You can have it set up to give you extra balls, a credit, stuff like that, but I have it just set up, I think, to give you like 50,000 points or something like that. So that is pretty much it. The other unique feature of this game is the out lanes are obviously where they normally are. However, there are these little metal pins in the out lanes that sometimes if the ball is rolling correctly, it can bounce off those pins, hit this little metal track that you can kind of see beneath the flippers, and that will feed your up kicker. Now, if that up kicker isn't lit, there's two lights on either side of it. It's obvious when it's ready to go. But if those lights are out, the ball will just drain down the center. But if they're on, it'll sit in the kicker and it'll fire the ball forward. So, some unique features, but from what I've played of it so far, you know, it's not the most advanced, you know, 80s bally game, but it is fun. So, it was playing a little easy for me recently, so I went and tightened up the tilt, turned extra balls off, I think I made something harder. I can't remember. Mainly turned the extra balls off because it was giving them like candy before. But yeah, we'll fire her up and have at it.
The celebrity is here.
Ooh. We got Abigail on her hoverboard back there. All right. So, and I forgot to tell you what the static bumpers up top. So those just award points. They say 50 on all of them. So you get 50 points each time the ball touches those bumpers. But they're not pop bumpers. They don't like fling the ball all over the place. They just award points. But each time you hit those, you'll see the top lanes. The lights will switch back and forth between either the center one being lit or the outside ones being lit. So you'll see when I plunge here, them switch back and forth. So it's pretty much a whole bunch of, so there. You can have some quick ball times, but yeah, pretty much the name of the game of this is to just get all those Silverball Mania letters. So whether the middle lane is lit or not up top, you'll still, as long as you go through it, the up kicker will light. The only thing that happens if the center lane is lit is it also spots you a letter. You usually backhand the center loop. I find it a little bit easier to backhand from the left flipper on the center loop, but you can see the feed's usually pretty safe from hitting that center loop. So as you see there, I hit it a handful of times really quickly, and it got me up to my 5x real quick. One thing I forgot to mention, or no, I did, is spots you a letter each time you're doing the loop, and it only spots you one letter. I think one of the settings was, I think before it was spotting me 2 letters every time I went through there. I dropped it down to 1 to make it a little bit harder to get those Silverball Mania letters.
Eric, do you have an outlet?
What are you trying to plug in?
This.
Yeah, in this little, this orange extension cord right here. Should be able to plug into that. See there, it jumped in that time, where the past couple we drained out the out lane. Where's that tight tilt? Alright. Well, this is definitely playing harder than it was yesterday, so that's good.
Let's see if I can still ride my rips.
What do you think, you forgot how? So, what's everybody been doing recently in the pinball world? Is anybody going to Louisville this weekend? I guess I should say next weekend. I cannot wait. Oh yeah, a little double horseshoe shot. Oh, that was crazy fast. There we go. So I got my first Silverball Mania spelled. So that's got my 15,000 bonus lit. Now I gotta spell it one more time to get the 30,000. So now I got my spinner lit too on the right. And like I said, if it hits the If it hits the slings, it'll switch which slingshot's lit. Or, sorry, spinner's lit.
Lit.
A real bad tap pass. I got the spinner's juice, too. So those babies are ripping. Rip! Oh, hey, Ross, man. Gudnut, what's going on? You just missed the quick tutorial there, Ross, man, but it's pretty straightforward. You just gotta spell Silverball Mania to rack up your bonus, and then hitting this center horseshoe advances your bonus X, which you can see right now. I already have maxed out at 5x bonus. That's that light right here. And then from spelling Silverball Mania once, I got 15,000 lit up, stored in bonus. And then if I spell it again, I'm going to have 30,000 lit up in bonus, and that's all going to get multiplied by 5x. From spelling Silverball Mania, I also lit my spinner, so that's nice and juiced and valuable. Yeah, and this little center shot right here that's blinking orange, if I drain right there, it's got a kicker that'll kick the ball back into play. My friend Terry, who lives up in Dayton.
Have I met him?
No, I don't think so. Mom has. She went up with me when we got Firepower. He's the one that used to own Firepower.
Celebrity guest star.
Celebrity, yeah. Do you still know how to do the ripstick?
No.
You completely forgot? So
Yes.
did you ever figure out the Heelys?
No.
Does anybody in your class know how to do Heelys?
Caitlin does.
Yeah.
Because she used to have them, but I'm fine with that. I like my hoverboard more than
Ooh, there's a rip. Terry, what's up?
Katie.
Yeah, this game's pretty cool. The artwork's amazing. The couple plays I put on it yesterday, it was pretty easy. It's just the up kicker just seems to get, like, it seems to be pretty easy to light that up kicker. I mean, you just need to hit it through that horseshoe, so that pretty much eliminates your center drain. So really all that can happen then is draining out the out lanes, and even then sometimes it'll hit off these little metal pins and jump back into the game. So it plays pretty damn long for a classic Bally. They're usually pretty brutal, and this one is not the case. So if you're looking for an easier one to put into a lineup of brutal games, then it's probably a good choice.
I'm going upstairs to my fashion show, and if you see this right here, if that turns green,
Yep.
just unplug it. Well, I'm sure you can leave it in a little longer.
Okay.
But if it turns green, just if you see it green, just unplug it.
Okay.
So I'll probably be back.
Alrighty. Alright, now I think that got us the special by hitting it down there, which should have given me 50,000. Like I said, you can change the settings and make that award you like an extra ball. Rip! See ya. Got the up kicker back up. So we're on ball 1 right now. So this is definitely a game that needs to have the X-Pin Sevolution displays put in it, which converts these classic Ballies that have 6-digit displays to 7 digits. What year is it? I believe like 79. Let me try to find a... Yep, 1979. So that kind of explains, you know, the fairly simple rule set, you know, like other games from 79 that came out, like Meteor. Genie is actually 79 as well. So... But yeah, that's why the artwork is definitely the best part about this game. That's why I made sure that we had a camera on the whole back glass so you guys could see that, because it's a pretty sweet back glass. It's got a really nice mirroring all over the sides of it that doesn't really come through on the stream, but yeah, it's definitely got some sweet artwork. And the game's about to explode because I haven't drained in about 12 years. Or at all this game, I should say. I do like the... see, maybe a good idea, too, is to go in those out lanes and remove those metal pins so that if you hit it down the out lane, you're dead. Instead of having a chance to save it. I do love the when you melt down the spinner like that, it makes a really neat sound effect. So let's try it again. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Terry, tell us about Alien, man. I know you got to play it yesterday. I'm jealous. I haven't got to play it since Cleveland this past September. That game is definitely sweet. Hopefully they make those for a long time and they're reliable, and yeah. But right now it's just such a iffy proposition to get one, because you don't really know if that company's going to survive, let alone be able to get good customer service and tech support for that game for the foreseeable future. So we're almost rolling it here with about as hard as settings I can put on it. So you guys can see that this game is not the hardest game in the world. There's just not really any dangerous shots on it. Outside of hitting that center spot target right in the middle of the horseshoe, which is very easy to avoid. Or just make dumb shots like that and you'll drain, but... Alright, so we rolled it on ball 1, so we're on pace for what, 3 million? So we're at 1,080,000 right now. So again, extra balls are off, so not going to have a crazy marathon game or anything, but you can see, since I got all the way to that 30,000 bonus on my first ball, it saves the whole time. Your bonus X resets, so that's why we got to make sure we hit the horseshoe a bunch again to get back up to 5x, but yeah, the base bonus of 30,000, that stays. Damn it. Hey, Mystery, what's up? Alrighty. So nobody in chat's going to... No, Gunnut, you're going to Louisville this weekend, aren't you? Sorry, I keep saying this weekend, but this coming weekend. I'm pretty sure it's your first Louisville show, right, Gunnut? It's tons of fun, man. Oh! And you got to see the Cats yesterday. That was a great game. Yeah, so first game out the gate on pretty much as hard as settings I could think to put on it, and we got 1.3 million. And that's 786,000. That was the one I did yesterday with extra balls on, and that's 2,700,000. So, yeah, not the hardest game in the world, but it's pretty fun. Always fun to rip spinners, and every game doesn't always need to be an ass kicker. So, like I said, if you got this sprinkled in with a bunch of other games that are a lot harder, definitely something you should look at picking up. And it's definitely a looker too, like I said. And they're typically like pretty reasonable, like $1,000, $1,200. You know, nothing too crazy. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh sweet. Mr. Darren Martins is going to be at Louisville. Yeah, man, it's going to be fun. I can't remember, Darren. Have you been to Louisville before? Damn. This time it's doing a little bit better. Doing a little bit better, making me work for the points a little bit. Oh boy. Well, we had about as good of a game as you could have in game 1, and basically the complete opposite for game 2. Oh yeah, that was I'm not sure if you can call that a Lazarus or what. Because technically the ball was not going to be dead because I had the up kicker lit, but we'll just say that was a Lazarus anyway. So yeah. Oh. And I'm not sure. I think the center loop gives you the award. Yeah, even if you hit one of the rollovers. I think it'd be better if you had to register both rollovers to get the award, because sometimes it goes through there so fast that one of them doesn't register. Now that might make the game like frustrating because you feel like you made a shot and got screwed, but that could maybe. And then that N also. Oh shit! Oh. That N also, I think it might need a capacitor on it, because if you hit that dead on straight, it usually doesn't register. Now, when it hits out of the kicker, it hits it soft enough that I think it usually registers, but sometimes it still doesn't then. Something just fell out. Or something hit the floor there. I don't know what it was. Oh, the rebound interrupted my ripped spinner there. Oh, again. Pavy, what's up? Bits, thanks for the bits, Gun Nut. So, everybody that's going to Louisville, what's the what's the game/games you're looking forward to playing the most? I personally can't wait to play that Houdini game. That looks fun. Also interested to play the new Jersey Jack game, Pirates of the Caribbean. I am not a fan of Hobbit at all, but I definitely think that game looks interesting. I definitely like Dialed In and Wizard of Oz, so at least as far as I'm concerned, Jersey Jack is pretty good at putting out some solid titles, even with the exception of Hobbit. Just could not get into that game. Surprised I didn't tilt there. So, Alien, yeah, does anybody know if Alien's going to be at the Louisville show? It's definitely a pretty awesome game. Now, the one I played at Cleveland, the Cleveland show from this past September, it definitely didn't work flawlessly all weekend. It had some issues here and there, but for the most part, every time I walked up to it, it was on and being played, and like when I physically played it, there wasn't really anything crazy glaring that happened. I mean, I think there was one time where the game display in the back box kind of went wonky and wasn't showing the correct things, but it also had the display in the play field, which is basically a mirror image of the back box, because you can get a version of that game where the only display is in the middle of the play field and the back box is just art. So that was working correctly, so it really didn't matter. I mean, yeah, the back box was not showing you the correct stuff, but I mean, you could still play it. It was fine. I remember the other highway game, that Full Throttle. Every time I've ever seen one of those, it's been all kinds of broken. I know one year at Louisville they used that for the tournament, and I believe it worked mostly. But yeah, anytime I've ever seen it on free play on a show floor, it has not worked consistently, excuse me, at all. Hey, my pleasure. Let's see, it's going to take me a second to pronounce that name there. Kyrandia. I might have butchered that, but thanks. My pleasure. It feels good to stream. I haven't been able to stream in a little while because I'm very busy at work. So definitely good to get a stream out there. Relax for a little bit. Oh, goodness. I gotta harness my my classic pinball skills here. Probably not playing the best game to practice for this weekend, but hoping to do well in those tournaments at Louisville. They got some really cool classics games in the tournament there. They're gonna have a Sea Witch in it. They're gonna have Super Orbit, which I think is a really cool game. They're gonna have 8-Ball Deluxe, which obviously is one of the best ever. Trying to think what the other classics games are. If anybody is into tournaments and can remember, help me out. But so, goddamn, Sea Witch. Oh, there's this really unique game that I just found out about from Bally. It's called Blackjack, and it's a card game, obviously, but the rules on it are kind of neat. There's two hands in the middle of the playfield using the insert lights, so it has a dealer's hand and it has your hand of blackjack. And depending on the switches you're hitting around the playfield, the dealer's hand will advance and get more powerful. So it'll start at 17 and go to 21. So, and then if you hit certain other switches in the playfield, it advances your hand. So if at any point your hand is showing better than the dealer, so let's say you have 20 and the dealer has 17, there's a little saucer on the right that you hit the ball into, and then it'll collect a bonus. That's how you advance your bonus X and get spinners lit, like that kind of thing. I think it's how you advance your bonus X. That might be top lanes. I think the saucer might just advance in value and get you closer to lighten or making the spinner that's in that game more valuable. So that's kind of cool. You kind of have to like strategize a little bit and collecting that saucer. So that's another one. Yeah, Evan, I did it at the beginning of the video, and if you know Silverball Mania, it took me all about 2 minutes to explain this game. So But yeah, I'm excited to play blackjack, man. I never heard of that game before, and luckily I found a video of those of Buffalo Pinball doing it, and that game looks really cool. Yes, Darren. Oh, cool. Darren, this is a game that Adam worked on. Yeah, he did a great job. It is definitely playing great. He did a real good job with the LEDs. Nothing too crazy, just nice and bright.
I haven't met any of the people that are watching.
I think you've met Darren before. Darren Martin, one of the guys that's been over here a bunch.
That helps so much.
He's the one that Sutter bought Hook off of, and sorry, I don't know how else to explain him. He's tall like me and has a goatee. No, more like a goatee with just the bottom part, I think. All right, Ev, take care, man. I will see you soon.
Did you watch Megan?
And yeah, and thanks a lot for adding some of my videos to pinball videos. I'll definitely let you know.
Did you see Megan's video?
No, I haven't.
It's really good.
She's done with it?
She sang it. Yeah. It's on YouTube.
Okay, I'll check it out. Get the N. Oh, that N. The one that I drained. I wonder if you could, like with that metal bar that's below the flippers, I wonder if you could like bounce the ball. Like use the flipper to knock it straight down off that metal wire, then lift your flipper right back up and get it to bounce back in the game. That'd be some sick flipper skills right there. Hey man, that's a gun nut. That's another great thing to do at shows. Is honestly do not concentrate on what the title is or search out certain titles. Like shows is where you're going to find some games that you might not ever see again or you rarely see. So just what I like to do is I think you said you're going with your kids, just and they might not be into it, you know, but just start in one of the rows and just walk down and play each game, because you'll find a lot of stuff that you didn't think you'd like, or it might not look that cool, but the gameplay is tons of fun, stuff like that. So that's what I love doing, just kind of doing a around the world tour of the show and just, you know, just play every game. There we go. Get the N, register. Oh, it didn't even hit it. Oh. Yeah, man. Like I said, just try to play everything there. And then if you, the lines will probably be like pretty consistently long for the new games, like the Jersey Jack games, especially in Houdini. So what I like to do is if you're trying to get time on those, get into the show like the second it opens, and just rush over there, and just get a couple games on them before the lines start getting long, and then you know just kind of keep your eye on the lines during the show, and then if you see an opportunity to sneak in there, you can go get some more plays on it too. Okay.
And our account is Elizabeth May.
Yeah?
Don't know why. Can you listen to the song?
Let's hear it.
Wait, we have to wait till we get ready. It's Megan and David is his name. I don't know his name.
Her boyfriend?
Yeah. Megan's singing it.
You know who sings that song?
Yeah, Megan's singing.
What's that dog's name again?
Right here. wrote it too.
Actually, a band called the Beatles wrote that song.
Look, watch what Sebastian does.
Dead. That's really good. Get in there.
She's holding wine. 11 support for Pebble from Germany.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, rip! Bloop, 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 bloop.
There's us. She put you in it. Just wait. See, I did that.
CSI and Twister. Those are couple cool games there. One of the members of the Cincinnati Pinball League has a CSI. I always try and get time on that when I'm over at their house, because it's one of the only ones I've ever seen. Definitely a different kind of game. It's got that centrifuge that spins the ball around. And locking the balls in that skull in the back's pretty sweet. Oh boy, oh boy. A pretty dangerous shot is hitting that center horseshoe from a forehand. I found that if you backhand it, it's a lot safer, but much harder to backhand on the right, at least on this one. Right on, you're in the middle of shopping out, Twister. Yeah, I always like to do that as soon as possible when I get a new game that's new to me, because it really gets you to, you know, find all the nooks and crannies and things you might not have noticed right away that might need fixing or shoring up, stuff like that. And plus, you know, it takes time, but if you just, you know, are patient and get through it, you know, the game will be so much nicer if you just take the extra time, get everything off the playfield, clean everything, change the bulbs, do this, that, replace broken parts, that kind of thing, and then it'll just be so much better off after that if you can, you know, get the game really nice and then just kind of do that regular upkeep after that. Yeah, so Gunnut, where did you say you were at in Kentucky? Like Frankfurt or something? Or no, that's my other buddy, Tony. Are you in, like, Western Kentucky, maybe? Bowling Green or something? Yeah, Houday, depending on where Gunnut's at, he could be as much as, yeah, 3 to 4 hours away. Oh, that's brutal. Spotsville. So, help me out with some other, like, cities near there. Like, so, is that Western Kentucky? Like, so, like, where are you in relation to, like, Bowling Green or Owensboro or... trying to think of some other spots over that way. Stay with me. Don't kill me this time. Thank you. Oh yeah. Couple more letters. I think the angle that the ball takes, too, when you take a forehand at that horseshoe, It's just not a great angle for the ball to get in that horseshoe. There we go. Now we got spinner rips. Now we got spinner rips. Do I really only have 130,000 or did I roll it? There's no way I rolled it, right? West of Owensboro, so yeah, you're extra west. So yeah, I would say you're all of 3.5 hours away from me. Pretty much however far you're away from Cincinnati, that's how far away you're away from me. Oh, that was a sweet rip. Got the whole meltdown of the spinner sound. Oh, that was terrible. There we go. Ah! Oh, I thought I had that. The game is going to explode.
Oh, it's so fun to ride down here.
Real smooth?
Yeah.
Ah! Damn.
Has he... Okay. Still, I don't know who this guy is. Has he come to here before? For a tournament?
Yep, a bunch. Yep.
NKY?
He's not in the league now, but he might be this next season. I don't know what to tell you. I can show you a picture of him if you want.
Okay, yes. Why didn't you do that in the first place? Stupid Megan got me this song stuck in my head. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do.
He usually wears a hat, so... Usually wears a hat like me. Let's see here.
Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun.
There.
That's who I thought it was.
Okay. Alright, let's see if we can't get 2 million here. So yeah, let's see. Where are those other classics games I was trying to think of before? Blackjack's definitely going to be sweet.
He's fixed my fidget spinner before.
Oh yeah, he did.
I was going to ask you that.
Yep, that's definitely the Darren I'm talking about. Shoot. Well, let me get them out on my phone here. I got them saved on my phone, what games that are going to be there. Let's see. So, Classics games at Louisville is what we're talking about here. Let's see. Classics games. Flash is another one. So, that's a Steve Ritchie game from, I think, that's from '79 too. Surf Champ, amazing, Gottlieb EM. Like I said, Sea Witch, 8-Ball Deluxe, Blackjack, and Super Orbit. So, the more I think about that Classics lineup in the tournament, the more excited I'm getting. Because there's some really great games in that lineup.
Eric, are you having a dork fever? You're so excited?
I have a dork fever. I'm so excited. So, that did not go well.
Of course it didn't.
Was there a digit out there? Did I really only get 55,000?
There's no
2 million. Come on. Abby, quit distracting me. I'm trying to get 2 million up in here.
I'm sorry.
You keep distracting me.
I'm going to keep doing it.
Oh, Lazarus. Or how... Oh! I am not.
for a while.
Oh, you can have that because that doesn't even fit me.
I
It's like a
got
midriff on me.
shirt that is like from the 90s and it's really cute.
Oh, I bet.
It's light blue.
So excited for you.
It has light blue, a stripe of light blue, and it has a stripe of white, and then it has like the black and white checkers.
Yep.
And it has that, and that's the sweatshirt, and it's really cute.
Yep. Sounds amazing.
It is.
Getting some good letters here. Stay. Yes. Yeah, Gun Nut. I'm bringing my Lethal Weapon 3. And it will be for sale. So.
Wait, what?
Yep.
You're getting rid of it?
If someone buys it down there, probably.
Why?
Because Mom and I might use that money to get a different game.
For what?
Mom and I might use that money to get a different game because there's a game that we used to play a lot together that one of my buddies just got. So. I don't know, but it would be amazing if there was.
Would you get it?
I mean, it depends on if it was fun or whatnot, but it'd be hard not to. That'd be sweet. What do you guys think in chat? Stranger Things pinball? That'd be amazing, right?
It would be great.
I agree.
Oh, Cadence, this morning, she was like, Mama got her some fruit snacks, and she brought it back, and then she goes, thanks, or no, she goes, please, yes, thank you. Oh, she goes, oh, thanks. And she was like that.
Confused.
And then the other night,
Oh, that was a cool shot.
last night, she goes, to Papa, because Papa didn't, he got confused too last night, and he goes, you're welcome, thank you, and then she goes, no, Papa, you say thank you. And she said,
That's not good.
so I said, excuse
Get the
you,
end.
and she goes, no, excuse me. And I was like, okay.
Learning to speak. Getting confused. Oh, get back up there.
Peace out, homie. The other
I'll
night
stay with us.
it was funny the other night because Katie was like, bye, Eric, for basketball, and I was like, peace out, homie.
Oh.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Okay, bye. Thanks for joining us.
I was the highlight of the show.
Always. Oh, I just... Backhand the spinner? Oh, nope. Not gonna work. Oh. The game is blowing up. Ooh. Rip! Oh, yeah. Oh, no! But I didn't have it lit. I'm not getting a Ghostbusters. If my buddy will sell it to me, if we can work out a deal, it might be getting Sopranos. It's a game that my wife and I played a ton when we first started dating. Like, we go to happy hour all the time, we just play the shit out of Sopranos. Love that game. We're big fans of the show, too. Man. Not going well for this 2 million game here. Loop! Missed. Missed. Yeah, I love it. It's basically got the same layout as Lord of the Rings, and The theme's good. It's got good modes. There's a couple goofy exploits in it, so you kind of have to do some adjustments to use it as a tournament game. But and that's definitely important for me to have games that are good for tournaments. So that's definitely you know, a downside of it. But again, it can be adjusted to play well for tournaments. But yeah, it's a great game. I love going through all the different ranks of the mob and busting open the safe that's in the middle. That safe toy is really cool. Yeah, so definitely a cool game. It's got a very, at least for me, it's got a very difficult wizard mode to get to. I played the shit out of that game, and I never ever got to the wizard mode. I probably put close to 1,000 games on that on location, and never even came close to the wizard mode. It's weird because it's not the most difficult thing in the world to get to the underboss mini wizard mode, but to get to the boss wizard mode, it's really difficult. You basically have to do every single thing the game has to do, and that lights the final wizard mode. So yeah, like I said, not even close to making a deal, but definitely gonna try and make it work out, and we'll see. But like I said, might throw my lethal weapon up for sale, see what happens at the show, and then go from there. Okay, yeah, because lethal weapon has been awesome, but it definitely was never a lifetime keeper for me. It was always one where I thought, you know, it could be in a rotation type position in my lineup. And it was definitely way better than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be a game that I was going to get bored of really quickly, but lethal weapon is definitely an underrated fun pin and good for tournaments. How many tournaments do I play in a month? Maybe one. Especially this time of year. This time of year, sorry. Like I host 2 tournaments in the Newport, Kentucky area. So 2 a month for sure, because I host those. Maybe 3 if I'm lucky. But in the summer when I'm less busy, I'll be doing 4 a month probably. So like 1 a week, sometimes a couple in a week, depending on how the tournaments line up. Because sometimes the local tournaments here, there can be a couple in 1 week. And then I'm in a couple leagues too. So once summer hits, I'll be playing one Saturday a month. And then I'm going to take it easy on traveling to different tournaments this summer. But usually I like to travel to play in at least half dozen tournaments that are out of town. So some of those are really, really fun. I'd really like to maybe next year go around and play in a ton of tournaments. Just go all over the country and play them. Because there's some really neat tournaments that go on that I'd really love to play in. Oh boy. Getting it. Oh! That's one way to drain too. We'll see, Terry. I really don't know what kind of a price to put on it because I've had it for almost at least 2 years. So prices have kind of changed in those 2 years, so we'll see. Not really sure what to ask for it, to be honest. But yeah, if someone does buy it, it'll be a good buy because it's been a really solid game for me. Had the power supply issue, but got that rebuilt, and it's been money. That's the only issue I've had with it. It has this kind of... I think it has to do with the DMD controller board. But on my Lethal Weapon, the DMD at the very bottom, the text at the bottom of the DMD sometimes can get garbled and looks like a bunch of gibberish. But it's not always, and it's never information that really matters, never affects the gameplay or whatever. But I just never really looked into it because it didn't really, even with how anal I am, it didn't really affect me too much to look into it anymore. But yeah, other than that, it's a great playing game. Doesn't need anything, just needs to just plug it right in and play. LEDs, it'll have a set of pin stadiums in it down there, so whoever buys it will get those too. So which, especially in a dark room, that's probably the game out of my collection that needed pin stadiums the most, especially if you like playing in a dark room, because it was borderline unplayable if you played that game in the dark. Your wife would divorce you for about what? Ooh, got one silver ball done. We're on ball 2 here. So now we got spinners lit, so let's see if we can't do some work here. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely going to ask Scott, Terry, just to get his thoughts. There's a few guys going, like him and Mark Combs. I'm going to ask both those guys what they think I should stick on it. Because they're obviously more in tune with the current market than I am, because I don't buy and sell games a lot. But yeah, we'll see. Would really love to have a Sopranos, though. And it's always good to find a game that the wife is into getting as well. God, I don't even know why I try from the right to get into that horseshoe. Oh, come on. Hang on. Yeah, Sopranos. Oh, that's cool. You got to play one a lot too. Yeah, like I said, it was. There's a GameWorks down here in Newport, basically like a what do you call it? Like a Dave & Buster's, but a local small one. And there's 4 or 5 Sterns there from like the mid 2000s and early to mid 2000s, and they're all in horrible shape now because when the place first opened and they first put the games in there, they're obviously all great, and that's when I went and played a lot. But now, like, those games are completely unplayable. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't played pinball since I was a kid, and when we went and started playing that Sopranos, probably 3, 4, 5 times a week. Yeah, that was the first game that got me back into it, and then that's kind of when the resurgence started there, and other places in Cincinnati started popping up, and yep, it's been pretty fun. Oh shit! Oh, look at that save. These Titan rubbers are being real nice to me. They're pretty tacky now. I usually like these non-rubber rings to get a little bit of dirt on them, so they aren't as sticky. It's hard for me to judge sometimes what the ball's gonna do. Oh, Lethal Weapon 3. Sorry. Yeah, it's a good game. That was another one where Angie definitely wanted to get one because we both played it at a bowling alley one time. And but yeah, she definitely likes Sopranos way more. Because that's definitely the game that got her into pinball, so. Oh yeah. was a pretty smooth ride to 5X there. Tap pass is pretty tough on the right on this one. Not sure what the deal is there. There. Stay with me. Stay. Oh! Yeah, you gotta check it out, man. I'm sure you've gotten a good idea of how it plays on streams. But yeah, Sopranos is definitely a fun game. Oh yeah, keep giving me letters. Keep giving me letters. Come on. Okay, I got one. Stay with me, hell yeah. Not giving me the end. Damn. Fall in that kicker, yeah. I assume the stream's looking and sounding good for everybody. I forgot to ask that before because I'm using my my work laptop and I haven't really used this to stream before. So hopefully everything looks good. Come on. Oh! Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure how many Sopranos they made, but I definitely don't see them come up for sale all the time. And I don't know if that's a testament to just owners loving them or just the fact that there might not be that many out there. So, but that's another thing I look for in games are obviously games that I like and are fun, but I'm always interested in a game that I know other people in my area don't have. Because, you know, it's always nice to go to another collector's house and they don't have the same games you see all the time. Because it's just always fun to play something different, so. And I know a couple guys in the area have had Sopranos before, but as far as I know, except for this buddy that just bought this one, yeah, I don't know of any local collectors that have them. And I definitely only know of that one on location, but it's completely destroyed. You haven't missed anything, Gun Nut. I have not even gotten close to 2 million, so welcome back. Oh, baby. Stay with me. Man. I got my super wizard bonus. Can get a... Oh no, stay. Oh, stay with me. There we go. How much should I get for that? Anybody see? I hit it in the kicker and it gave me a special, the kicker special, which seemed like it was ticking up pretty good, but I think it's only supposed to give me 50K, but I'm not sure. Oh, that was really terrible. But still got the same result. Spinner! Oh! Alright. $400. That'll help. That'll help. That was awesome. Yeah, a rec bar. I think the guy that owns it is doing a better effort of keeping those games working because I think he really wants to start having tournaments there. But yeah, the last time I went in there, I love the weird lineup he has in there of all those Gottliebs and stuff and Segas. But it was just like every other game had a myriad of issues going on with it. So I think if he gets them all up to snuff, it'll be a really cool spot because it's got a lot of games that you don't really see too often. He's got a big guns there, so anybody that puts a big guns on location's all right with me. That game is incredible. Tap pass, come on. See, that tap pass is so weak, and I hit it pretty hard. Oh well, spinner's on the good side, and I whiffed. No! Yes! Oh, and I didn't have it lit. That was ball 3, though. Damn. That was only 4x, so that was like 200 in bonus. Alright, yeah, I gotta get that on ball 1 and carry that through. Oh, that was really bad. Thank God. Do not try and hit the thing forehand. Oh! It goes, it rarely saves when it goes down to the left. Okay, how long have we been on here? Hour? Yeah. I'm probably only gonna stream for another half hour or so. Like I said, I got another crazy work week ahead of me, so gotta get some other crap done before I hit it for the night. So thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been fun. Like I said, it's been a while since I streamed, so feels good. That's a better one. Y'all stay. Ah, oh, the spinner's not lit anymore. Other side. Ah, damn it. Come on, get those letters. Get those letters, meow. Get those letters, meow. That's it. That's the business. Oh! Melt, spinner, melt! You dummy. Nice, John. Glad to hear you're going down, man. I think I already knew that, but I forgot. Yeah, I'll be down there. Hopefully have my game in there and set up by 8. As early as possible. I'm going to try and get out of work a little early. I'm going to be like almost an extra hour north of my house because I'll be working. But so maybe leave at like 4:30. Let's see, get down there by 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then, like I said, get checked in, get my game in there, and be ready to party by 8. So Can't wait. Yeah, Terry, you should keep your eye out for one. You know, like I said, pretty standard solid state game price. You know, $1,000 to $1,200 depending on condition, but it's pretty fun. So, John, if you're still watching, man, how you liking TNA so far? We've, believe it or not, we've had a TNA close to me within a 10-minute drive of me for about a week now, and I still haven't been there to play it. That's when you know work is crazy, when I can't even get out to play the new TNA that's very close to me on location. So... Damn. There we go. Oh boy. Get in there. Oh, that was a terrible tap pass. Yep, that's kind of what I figured, man. Multiplayer game, dollar game, all day. I can see it being, at least for me, being real great to play it single player for a long time, just until I get through all the reactors or whatever. But then after that, yeah, it's going to be just looking for other people to play with. Nice. One more letter. Yes. Yes. Spinner. Oh. That was weird. Oh my god. That was crazy fast. I'll tell you what. You want to influx some speed into a pinball machine, put one of those horseshoes in there. Like that, or what is it? Star Wars? Like the Death Star shot? That's crazy. Yeah, stealing multi-ball games, John. Like, I love that, especially for competition. I know there's a lot of people out there that think that's lame and cheap and it just puts too much luck into the game, but I don't think it does. I think it adds a different kind of strategy to it, and I love lock stealing. That's why I love a lot of those System 11 games. Like, I love Elvira for that. You can do that on my Fire. I'm pretty sure you can steal locks on most System 11 games, so I'm definitely for it. It just adds another wrench into a tournament, you know, if you have one of those games in there. I get it. You lock 2 balls and you're ready to start multi-ball. You could get back to your turn and not have any locks. But sorry about your luck, but you should have started multi-ball on your turn. Or not go for it and hope that somebody else leaves you with locks. But I never do that. What I do is I just, you know, I try to get to multi-ball. If I don't and somebody steals my locks, so be it. Maybe when I step back up, somebody else will have locked 2 balls and didn't make it, you know? So I'm definitely all for lock stealing games. Dark background. You mean like for my player cam? Yeah, I usually have that a little bit brighter, but I think I've found that if I take the exposure down a little bit, my movements are a little bit smoother. But nope, Terry is not going to Louisville because he's a big, giant baby who never goes to any pinball shows. I'll tell you what, he better be going to the show that shall not be named in November of this year. going to be within spitting distance of him. And he better make it out, because I'm pretty sure he hasn't been to a show before. Oh, stay with me. You don't have to tell me that. I know I look good. One other feature that this game has that when I was reading the manual is you can see at the bottom of the screen those, if you can look real close, it's spelling Silverball and they're flashing blue on the back glass. I think it has a feature of the game kind of like the deluxe letters on 8-Ball Deluxe, where I think every time you spell Silverball Mania during the game, it awards you one more letter on the back glass. And I think you can change the settings, but once you spell Silverball back there, I think it can award you credits or something like that. I think it's just either credits or nothing. I don't think it awards you like extra balls or anything like that. Alright, so we got ball 2 and we got nothing going on here. We gotta get some loop action going here. Nope, that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. Oh, also, isn't Walking Dead coming back on tonight? It might be on right now. So, for whoever's not watching that to watch me play pinball, appreciate it. That's gonna be awesome. I love me some Walking Dead. Just call in all weekend, yeah. Yeah, Terry, listen to the other pinheads in chat, man. They know how it works. You've been working your ass off for however many years. I think you're due for a weekend-long call-in. Just tell me you have explosive diarrhea. I'm pretty sure that's a no questions asked, okay, you're off work kind of thing. Ooh, baby. Stay with me. Stay with me. Rip! Oh, that was crazy. Game is about to explode. Nothing. Yeah, Greg, that's what I was just telling Goodnut about Rec Bar. If he can get those games dialed in and playing great, man, that place will be tons of fun. Because it's great to have a bunch of games you don't quite see. Because I think casuals still will gravitate towards certain games, you know, because they don't really. It doesn't really. It seems kind of hard to finger what or you know, figure out what kind of games like casuals like to play. But it just seems like, you know, if they're there to play, they're there to play. They don't really care what the games are usually. And if they're all dialed in, you're going to get the hardcore players too, because they're always wanting to play something different, compete on something different, and but they're just going to be real picky, because especially when you got a competing place like Zanzibar that just has games that are always dialed in and working great. Yeah, so if you can get on the same level as Zanzibar, then yeah, you'll have something there for sure. Because I think the guy that owns it wants to have like regular leagues and tournaments and stuff. So that'd be really great if there's another spot down there to have events. Because then we'll have a spot in Northern Kentucky and then multiple spots in Louisville to start having regular events. there? Oh! What do I need? I need the A of Mania. That was so terrible, but I got lucky. Damn! Let's see. Ball 3, we're only at 110,000. Oh shit. That damn A. Fudge! Alright, we'll do a couple more. See if we can't get the double roll going. The double roll. Yeah, I say get the Sevolution displays for this. Get them in blue maybe if they still make them in colors. And oh yeah, make a real pretty game even prettier. Oh. Come on. That was terrible. Man. Let me have it. That's better. Closer. There we go. Come on. Right back down. Yeah, Terry, congrats on that that Metallica Premium. It's cool that that Trent still had them new in box. I would think those would be drying up pretty quick because I'm pretty sure they're not making them anymore. I'm sure Zach can correct me on that, or Greg. But yeah, Metallica Premium is definitely one of the best games ever. I'm back to that stupid A. Now get back in. But it doesn't matter because I don't have the thing. Alright. Let's go. Let's go, you dumb game. Oh, cool. You want a coin taker? Right on. I just assumed Trent, because he basically sells to pretty much everybody, so. And I know you bought from Trent before. Coin taker. Damn it. Again, I need my kickback in order for that to matter. We're playing another one. Unless this is the greatest ball ever. Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you just gotta shop around a little bit. Fudge. Oh no. Spinner rip. Oh, that was a stay. Oh. Oh. Alright, this will be the last one. Thanks so much, everybody. That was fun. Hopefully, you are all now masters of the Silverball. I'd like to say that this game is 5 minutes to learn, a lifetime to master, but it's just way too easy to have that distinction. I knew that was early. Stay with me. Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about Coin Taker, that's for sure. Have not, I mean, I bought a few LED things here and there from them, but haven't bought a game from them. Only bought one new inbox, and that was from Mr. Trent. And obviously, more than pleased with my experience with him too. If you can buy a game off Trent and go pick it up from him, or just go up and hang out at his barn ever, that is tons of fun. Oh boy. We are not ending on a sub 100,000 game, even though that was slightly over. One more. One more. Stay. Oh shit! Yep. You want drama? There's plenty on Pinside. God, one more. The ball needs to start bouncing our way, ladies and gents. Yeah, I'd like to meet, I know Larry's been at Louisville the past however many years. But I definitely love to meet the guy because I've heard nothing but good things about him too. God damn! Oh, it's switched. There we go. Oh, that was wild. Crud. Oh. Alright. That's it for me, guys and ladies. Thanks for watching. So, next week the plan is Sunday. Actually, no. I probably won't stream because of the Louisville show. I have no idea when I'll be back, and I'll be exhausted by the time I get back. So, no stream next week, unfortunately. So, maybe not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. So, alright. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Peace.